Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Welcome to the Game Dojo. I am your triumphant host, the Game Ninja, and welcome to 24K Films, movies, TV shows, and game reviews. That's right, we do it all. We are not bought, we are not sponsored at the moment. If y'all looking out for a brother, you know what I'm saying, hit me in the inbox. You know what I'm saying? I may like whatever you want me to like, you know what I'm saying? You know, maybe like some Oreos if you want to sponsor and give me some free Oreos. I tell you, I love them damn things. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm just kidding. I'm not a yes man. I'm giving it to you guys straight. And unfortunately, the movie, music, television, video game industry lately has been a wash. But there are some gems. The question of the matter is whether or not tonight's rendition is that gem. So ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, sit back, relax with your favorite bag of snacks, maybe even some popcorn, and get ready for this movie review. Today, we are reviewing Lift. That's right, that new movie starring Kevin Hart. It also has a bunch of other actors in it that you saw and maybe not know by name, including the Kingpin. That's right, Vincent D'Onofrio is in this too, and I know I butchered his name, but yes, he's in this too. So, let's talk about the positive jumping off. This is Kevin Hart's, one of his first ventures into a dramatic role, which he's stepping away from being the second guy. He's stepping away from being the sidekick. He's stepping away from being in the shadow of other people where he's marinated with. He takes the flavor of them. They put him in here with The Rock. They put him in here with Ice Cube. They put him here and there. Like, he's always the comic relief and that side guy. And he said in 2023, he was trying to stepping away from those things because he wanted to be his own leading man. So this is the first outright movie that I've actually seen him in where he is the headliner. He is the star. He is top billing. And the positive in that is you get to see Kevin Hart not being in someone's shadow, which is a great thing because he has some very good dramatic chops. He has some abilities. The problem is he's never been able to be showcased with those abilities. He's always been in someone else's shadow. Every movie he's ever been in, he's been paired with somebody else to literally blend off of them and take their flavor, even though he's his own man. So the positive in this movie was I like seeing Kevin Hart in this role. It was a role that, oddly enough, it sounds very weird, but it feels like this movie was written for Will Smith. Don't ask me why. It feels like this role was written for Will Smith, and because of what happened with the slap, they couldn't go with him. Because, like, easily, every single last scene I was watching this, I was like, this is like a Will Smith movie. Like, he's done movies like this. Like, I could easily see Will Smith in something like this. Like, and I was like, was he the first person they went to with this? Because I kept looking at that role, and that's what it felt like. But on the same token, respectfully wise, that's a great thing, because now I'm thinking of Kevin Hart in that caliber. You see, Marlon Wayans did a special on HBO, and Marlon, if you hear this one day, somehow, some way, bruh, just know I love you to death. But you did a special on HBO, and you said, when it comes to black actors, you know you've made it when you can save the world. And the funny part is, I started looking at that because I can't unhear it and I can't unsee it. And you're absolutely right. Eddie Murphy, this big shining comedian, this amazing comedian, this stand-up actor, he can save a city, but he could never save the world. Will Smith could save the world. That was the roles he was given. Independence Day, I, Robot, like, he was given roles to save the world.
Hancock.
And yes, he was a superhero. And I started looking at this. Like, very few black actors can save the world. Now, here's the funny part. It wasn't until recently I saw your special that I started seeing these things. Now, another actor who is very slept on in Hollywood is Anthony Mackie. Oh my God, this guy,
He's done it all.
He can do comedy, he can do drama, he can do horror. Like, I saw that Black Mirror episode. It wasn't supposed to be horror, but that shit was horror. I don't know if y'all ever saw that with him playing the video games with his friend. Whew. You took a
You took an L on that one.
You took a chance in the dark, because I never expected to see you in a role like that. But you know what? I respect to you. That shit was not, that couldn't have been easy for you to do, but it shows your range, dramatic range. And see, here's the thing. Kevin Hart in every movie is Kevin Hart, just like The Rock in every movie is The Rock. Very few people can be what they need to be in those movies. Will Smith is not the same character in every movie. Batista is not the same character in every movie. Very few actors, unfortunately, Mark Wahlberg is Mark Wahlberg in a movie. Unfortunately, Will Ferrell is Will Ferrell in a movie. Ryan Reynolds is Ryan Reynolds in a movie, but that's what you're getting for the Ryan Reynolds package, the Rock package, the Dwayne Johnson package. But very few people can be put into a stew and change the flavor. Kevin Hart is leading that way. He's trying to become that flavor, his own flavor, his own brand, and I salute him for that. Unfortunately, this movie wasn't the endeavor for it. Like I said, every time I saw him on the scene and I heard him and I watched him, I was thinking of another actor in that role, and I shouldn't have been, because it was dismissive of him. And I didn't give him his fair shot towards the middle of the movie. And then towards the middle of the movie, I kind of lost it, and then I fell asleep. It's not his fault that this movie didn't sell him and his brand the correct way. There was a movie he did not too long ago where he was training under a hitman. Do you remember that movie? I think it was called Die Hart. Die Hart. Die Hart was the movie. That type of movie was, even though it was comedy, it had elements of drama, elements of realism, and he was brilliant in that, and I liked his brand. He was not a side character in that. He was another main. This thing felt like a cross between that safe cracking movie with the part two to, it was a Dead movie that came out recently, where they were fighting in Vegas and Batista was in it too. I forget it.
Army of
the Dead. They came out with a second movie, and it was about safe cracking. It came out in the same universe as the Dead film, but it was safe cracking. It had my boy Dieter, the blonde guy. He was really one of the greatest characters in there. Now, I love the movie as a safe cracking movie, but it was in the universe of the zombie thing, and it really didn't need that. It needed to stand alone. There's lots of heist and cracking and like we've seen it. We've seen the Italian Job. We've seen Oceans 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 25, 36, 51, 87, 29, and the one where it's all women. We've seen safe cracking. We've seen heist movies. We've seen Entrapment with Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Trapped with Charlize Theron.
Yes. So we've seen heist movies, and we've seen better heist movies than this. The problem is everything was just meh. The ideas was meh. Now You Can See Me, that movie about the magicians. That's a heist movie. But you see how every single last person brought something to the table, so each one of them was like a superstar. It was kind of like the Avengers without the Avengers. Each one of them was their own superstar. In this movie, even though everybody had their own unique talent, you never really bought into this unit beingness. Like, it felt like there was another movie before this and we were watching the sequel. That's exactly what it felt like. It felt like there was another movie before this that had introduced all these characters and we were watching the sequel now, because there were so many things that just happened. Oh, he met her. She works for the cops. Oh, I need you to do the job. Why is Interpol asking him to do a job? He's a thief. Oh, it's because it is, because of that, because of this, because of that. Everything was just taken on faith. Nothing was realistic about it. It started going the way of the Fast and the Furious franchise after like part 11 or 12 or 13. I think they own like negative 51 or some shit like that. Whatever they're on right now, it started going to that unbelievable territory. And I love the fact that they had own unique personalities. But the fact of the matter is, this would have worked more as a streaming series lift. I know he doesn't want to do streaming series, but this would have worked better if you had introduced these characters, stepped us into this world, and then had this movie. Because unfortunately there was just a lot to cover and not enough time to cover everything. And unfortunately, during the course of the movie, I fell asleep. That's not a good sign. That's not a good sign for a movie, especially when I watch everything Kevin Hart does. Everything.
And we love the guy.
Yeah, in this movie, I just could not go down that road with him. And it's not his fault. Like I said, these directors and producers and script writers, they really need to get their shit together, because when it comes to entertainment and movies, you have an idea, and the idea may be sound and great, but somewhere along the lines from pen and paper to actuality, it falls flat.
Well,
and
the fact that
I'm tired of it.
the fact that Kevin Hart's a stand-up comedian, writes his jokes, he could start writing his own script for some of these movies too.
I know, but you can see in this one they didn't want to go for comedy. Like, and that's the sad part. That's really the sad part.
Well, he
But
doesn't have to make a comedy. He can do it like a drama. He can do it in an action. He has it. He has the ability to do it.
well, that's what I was saying. That movie he did before this, Die Hard, where it was like a stunt man. Well, not a stunt man, like a hired contract killer was trying to kill him. And he accidentally walked in there. Like there, he has the ability and he has the range of doing
remember, he did that movie with where he thought he was doing something, and that movie with Josh Hartnett and who's that other guy?
You know you're on camera, right?
I know, but I'm just trying to go through the motions to try and figure out what the name of the movie is.
I know, but you're off screen with a phone. You could have just Googled it. You put yourself on blast, like the movie where Josh Hartnett, yeah. Unfortunately. Yeah, I know what she's talking about. You guys may not. You can Google it. Like I said, Kevin is trying to step out onto some tender feet into a new reality. There's some things with Cat Williams and people and stuff going around about him. So he's dodging and fighting a lot right now. But I salute the effort, and I think he should keep going. Unfortunately, I think he should have more control in the projects that he takes, because this movie just wasn't adept to his standards, his field, and what he does. And Vincent, I know, he's just taking a paycheck. He got that Law and Order Criminal Intent money. He's still getting them Stanley Kubrick Full Metal Jacket checks. He's got Kingpin checks coming in from Marvel and Disney. My man ain't missing no meals. He's good. Like, he didn't have to take this, but, I'm glad he did. Good for him. Make that paper, dude. Make that paper. Everybody else they had in here, they could have been extras on an episode of NCIS or Law and Order Criminal Intent or something like that. But like I'm saying, I came here because it was a Kevin Hart movie and wanted to see Kevin Hart. Unfortunately, it fell flat. These things happen. But what to give it here in the Game Dojo? Well, before I really give it an unbiased look and thought, I am going to hit that V8 splash. That's right, watermelon and cherry. Not sponsored, unless y'all want to reach out to a brother in the comments and let me know. I will. I mean, I like V8. You know what I'm saying? I like the tomato soup. You know what I'm saying? I like the cream of mushroom. I like it. You know what I'm saying? Good. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Pretty good. So we're going to hit this, and we're going to give y'all the reading. It's so delicious. Yo, V8, hit me up in the comments. I know I'm little, but we could grow. We could grow together. Oh, that's Flintstone kids. Flintstones, reach out to me. I don't know. Is Flintstone vitamins still a thing? Are they still making Flintstone vitamins? Y'all remember that? All right, so look. If y'all above the age of 30, then y'all gonna remember this. We're Flintstone kids. We're building strong and growing. We're Flintstone kids. A million strong and growing. I used to eat the Dinos, you know what I'm saying? The Freds, the Barneys, the Wilmas. I used to eat Yeah, I used to eat Wilma. That sound bad. That really sound bad. Pause. We're going to do the Chandler on that. Never happened. We're going to do the Chandler from Friends on that one. That shit didn't happen. All right. Forget the whole Flintstone thing. So, Lift. What do we give it? Well, it was definitely better than Roleplay. Definitely better than Roleplay. So it's got to be above a copper. It's damn sure not a gold. It's not even any aspect of gold. Not 24, not 18, not 14, not 16, not 5, not 12, not 10. I can't even really give it a silver medal because it's not that caliber. It didn't make it there. It's aluminum. It's got to be aluminum, sadly. Because it's not as precious as silver, but it's still a metal that's used. So it has worth. So it has worth if you want to watch something, but it's not going to break any box offices. So yeah. So we're going to give an aluminum rating. Aluminum. Sorry, Mr. Hart. There are better endeavors. You're above this caliber of work. I wish I could be softer on it, But unfortunately, movies in this day and age, they just have gotten to the point where you're not getting the message. And because people are not telling you, you keep making the same shit, 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 the same shit. And we keep getting disappointed to the point where people just don't want to watch movies anymore. People don't care.
The only genre lately, or at all, that's ever been original and is original these days is horror.
Even Hart and fell off a little bit every now and then. There's some horrible horror movies out there. Some of cheese for the sake of cheese is good, but some of these things out there, they come out there. I'm like, you do realize people on the YouTube. I said it like I'm old as hell. The YouTube people on YouTube with Adobe After Effects make better graphic designs and special effects in their 5-minute videos than a budgeted movie for over $1 million that you made it with, and that's just sad. Because CG, you can go all the way back to Jurassic Park, which was on the cutting edge of the 90s.
And that was 1993.
Yes, the cutting edge of the 90s had more believable CG, and here we are 35 years later, and it's horrible.
If not for nothing, I really wish they would bring back the CG from 93 because it was a hell of a lot better.
So, sorry, Mr. Hart. The movie Lift, it just ain't it. But if you guys, you know what I'm saying, if you want to watch something and you want to support Kevin Hart in his endeavor, I mean, just watch it. I mean, it's something to watch. It has some action. It has some shooting and stuffing in it. I mean, it's
a few funny parts here and there.
You know what I would liken this to? One of the weaker episodes of Gotham on Fox. You ever watch Gotham, the TV show about Batman, young Batman, Bruce Wayne, Gotham? Picture the episodes that aren't so good, but they still Gotham, and you just like, you give it to him because it's Gotham. Give it to it because it's Kevin Hart. This is likened to one of the lesser episodes of Gotham. There you go. Take it for what it's worth. Anyway, from the Game Dojo, that was the lift. Unfortunately, it did not lift me in any way, shape, size, or form. But it is what it is, yo. Movies gotta movies. Watchers gotta watch. Haters gotta hate. Lovers gotta love. I don't even want none of the above. I want to on you. Pee on you. I'll pee on you. I'll pee on you. Remember that, Dave Chappelle? That was pretty hot, Dave Chappelle. Yo, Chappelle Show. We all know what happened to him, so I ain't gonna say go support it because he ain't getting dollars from it. But Dave Chappelle is definitely one of the biggest, best comedians out there in the world. And I kind of wish they had more endeavors with him in it now in the movies. But I understand he ain't about that life no more. And I respect that 1,000%. If you in this world long enough and you get to the point where you just want to bow out and go into the sunset, I salute you 1,000%. There are so many actors over the past 3 years that we've lost. So many actors that don't act anymore. So many of my favorite actors who can't act anymore. Even my boy Bruce Willis. And it's a painful thing, but it leaves so many gaps and huge opportunities in Hollywood. And unfortunately, these people do not have the caliber to fill. The people we grew up on were trained classically actors. Some of them went to acting school. Some of them were on Broadway. Some of them were in plays. They really knew how to act. They were trained actors. The newest people you find now, they just found them because they look good in a McDonald's and they thought, hey, they would be great for my movie, and they pop them in there. Unfortunately, it's a mystery gumball wrapper. You don't know if you're going to get good. You're going to know if you get bad. Putting somebody in a movie because they look good, it ain't going to sell tickets. Putting somebody in a movie because of their name ain't going to sell tickets because they can't act. We all saw what happened with the Space Jam sequel. No.
They butchered that.
No. Look, just because you're a star, I don't care if you're a baseball star, basketball star, I don't care what you are. Just because you are a star or an athlete in a certain realm of this world does not mean you can act. I'm sorry. I saw Shaq in Steel. I saw him in Shazam. No.
Michael Jordan did a great job, but
No.
that's beside the point.
No. Michael Jordan was the bomb in basketball. Still is the bomb in basketball. But when my man stepped out on the baseball field, It wasn't it. You got to be able to bow out, go into the sunshine, over the hills. Admit it when it's gone. We need real actors in real scripts for real movies. I'm tired of this nickel and dime, wake and bake woke bullshit. And I know you are too. Because look at the money. Look at the money supporting these things. You want people to pay for specific seats in a movie theater and pay more because you want to sit here or you want to sit there or you want to sit here. But you're going to make them watch shit. What are they paying for? Remember, these are people who work. They have stresses. They have life problems. They go through a lot. They come to you because they want their entertainment needs met. And if you're giving them nothing, then they go back to their lives with nothing in a nothing life. So they literally stress the hell out. You have one job. Your job is to entertain.
For at least an hour and a half to maybe 3 hours.
Ladies and gentlemen, till next time, take care of yourselves and each other. And please, hit me in the inbox. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And just let me know if you guys seen anything that's good. I mean, I ain't going to see everything in the world. I mean, I come across some gems and who knows? You might be able to put me on to something that I ain't see. Like, yo, hey, Rain, check this out. I saw this movie. It was on, I don't know, Nickelodeon or something, or Channel 10. I ain't know the name of it. It was really good. Until then, I'm going to sit back with my V8 Splash Watermelon Cherry. Hey, V8, hit a brother up. Hit a brother up. And we gonna watch some more movies. From 24K, we out of here. I'll check you guys out. I'll see you next time. Peace.